I was just contacted through email, somebody that lives in Manhattan that said that they watched one of my videos from 2017, and I don't know what dog I was working with, but they have some kind of small dog that you can put in a Sherpa bag, and it freaks out around the subway and starts barking and shit. How many dogs have I dealt with that are like this? It's so common. So she's telling me that she puts lavender in the Sherpa bag. Right away when I heard that, I'm like, oh, an idiot. So instead of, training her dog and telling her dog when the dog is fucking up, like you're going on the subway and the dog's so freaked out it's barking and everything, instead of telling the dog to knock it off, you really can't do that in a Sherpa bag, by the way. How are you going to correct the dog? Maybe if the dog had an e-collar on, but she's so stupid she wouldn't even consider that. It's ridiculous. So you got the dog in the bag with the lavender on it that smells like lavender. She's thinking that that's gonna help. She's going to the train with her dog in the bag and the dog's freaking out. It's in the bag. No, Fluffy, no. That doesn't work. The dog should be on a leash. If you want to take the dog on a train, first of all, get it trained. And get it trained by somebody like me that can train your dog to be a service dog. So unrealistic, so unrealistic. I told her what I thought. I said, why are you wasting people's time? And why are you wasting your time even writing this email? She fired an email back saying that I'm rude, but she's looking for a free tip. You want the free tip. Oh, so you have a dog, and you know that I like dogs, so I'm supposed to just take up my time giving you a free tip that really isn't gonna, you're never gonna be able to utilize. It's not gonna help your dog. I told her in my first email, I do board and train only. I won't even do private lessons. The only private lessons I do, they're attached to the board and train, after the board and train. I'm not wasting anybody's money or my time. Private lessons are a ridiculous waste of time most of the time. I would say most of the time. You go over, you do a lesson or something, and then you come back the next week, and the owner really hasn't worked with the dog. Maybe they spent 2-3 minutes or something. The dog isn't functioning good. It's clear that the dog, no conditioning's been done. And the owner really, the dog's functioning poorly and the owner's functioning poorly because they don't know how to use a leash, their timing's off, they can't read the dog. They're just generally, people are just generally confused about how to train a dog. So you come back a week later, the dog's still a mess. I'm not wasting my time. That's why I do board and train. I get the dog in a position where the owner steps back in. Look, your dog can go retrieve something and spin into heel and deliver it to your hand. So Bear's now to the point with retrieving that I can place an object and send him on his way. He can be 20 feet away, go get the object and bring it back, spin into heel and deliver it to my hand. There's not any of that excitement being used where you throw the object. If you throw an object, that causes excitement. And that's not a good retrieving dog. That's a dog that's just doing something because there's so much excitement built up. They just run over and they're just hardwired to put it in their mouth, but they're not doing a good retrieve. He's doing a great retrieve. Watch what he can do. Hey, Bear, here. Get up there, buddy. No, here. Good boy. Sit. You're a good boy. Here, Bear, heel. Over here. Here, now get up there. Sit. No. Bear. Good boy, dude. You're a very good boy. Sit. Or just sit, do down. They're doing it. If they'll do it for me, if they're being compliant for me, then we can make the dog compliant for the owner. There's already been problems evicted. That's the best way to get success. I'm not going to sit here and do some stupid radio show, which I've done that. The question and answers on radio is just so stupid. Unless you're talking about something that's very, you could talk about raw diet or something in general. Like I'll do a Skype consultation, and I could talk about like your puppy's coming, these are the things you shouldn't do, or these are the things you should do. Nutrition, that kind of stuff. How to make it easier for the person that wants to train their dog. But flat out, it's there's no way that the person that gets a puppy and does a Skype consultation, most of the people that do Skype consultations before they get the puppy's coming here. That's a flat out. People aren't not everybody's stupid, but the majority of the population is. So they do a Skype consultation, hypothetically. You have the person that gets the puppy, does the Skype consultation. They're going to do it on their own. They think that they understand dogs and whatever, and then the person who sends their puppy to me, I deal with the puppy for 60, 70 days or something, then the puppy goes back, and then the owner's done lessons with me and has heard me say stuff like, yes, use a crate, hold your leash like this, stuff like that. Which dog do you think and owner is going to get the most success? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Which dog out of those two dogs do you think has more of a chance of being in an animal shelter? Yeah, not the one that I trained. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's why I'll go longer. I'll go longer at times. I'll train the dog longer. If there's any type of issues, the dog has to be compliant for me before it's going back to the owner. So unrealistic. Don't contact a dog trainer. Don't send an email or don't write anything underneath a video asking a question. That is so inappropriate. You got a question? Most dog trainers will do Skype. I do Skype. If your dog, this is flat out, I get contacted with this bullshit all the time. Somebody has a dog that's aggressive, right? And they're looking for a tip underneath a video. The dog is aggressive. It could be food aggression. It could be dog-human aggression. It could be dog-dog aggression. It doesn't matter. But they think that the dog trainer on YouTube or Facebook is going to write something that's going to solve their problem. That's the problem. That's the problem with our society and dogs. We got 4 million fucking dogs dying every year because of this ridiculous nonsense. You see pictures on Facebook of babies, climbing all over pit bulls and pit bulls sleeping on kids and stuff. It's all a bunch of nonsense. We have dogs being put down right and left. It's absurd. There's people that get dogs and they're thinking, oh, I'm getting a dog. That's great. Well, I don't really have to train it, do I? Yeah, you have to fucking train it. If you're not going to do it, pay someone else to do it. We have businesses that are about like not training your dog. Make it easy on them, which it ends up being harder and terrible. Wee-wee pads or that fresh patch thing where the dog shits and pisses in your house. You see a dog when it's outside, it'll go around shitting and pissing wherever. So you've told your puppy at an early age to do it inside, using the wee-wee pad that's scented with pheromones to help attract the dog to take a shit and piss in your house. And then these people a year later, they can't get away from the wee-wee pads because the dog won't go to the bathroom outside. And the dog's crapping and pissing everywhere in their house. It's terrible. It's terrible. All these businesses about just making money and telling the human what they want to hear. It's all about telling the human what they want to hear so that they can make money. I'm not doing it. I'll tell you what you have to hear, and if you don't like it, then get the fuck out of here. Don't watch my shit. I don't need it. And don't write anything under my videos. Don't do any of that. Just listen. Have your dog problem, keep it to yourself. Or contact a professional, and when you contact the professional, don't expect free advice. They probably have a website. Look at their website and see how much it's going to cost to get your dog trained. Don't waste people's time. You have problems with your dog? Yeah, because it lives with you. You're the problem. You don't get this? Every dog that I train here, right? They're all the same. Every fucking one of them is the same, and they're all trainable. They're all fucking trainable. There isn't a stupid dog. There isn't. Matter of fact, well, there are sort of stupid dogs, but I like a dog that isn't super smart and isn't a problem solver. You don't really need that. They're all trainable, even the dumb ones. Do you see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with how smart the dog is. Is the dog willing to work? And most of them, well, yeah, all of them want to do that. But if they're not told how to do it, if you don't find a dog trainer, okay, that will teach the dog to play, then you're going to be screwed because you're going to be walking around with a fanny pack full of fucking treats. That's what it's about. All dogs can learn to play. You just have to articulate it in a certain way. And our society can't do it. And our society cranks out dog trainers from this fucking place called ABC. It's like ABC Dog Trains Behavior College. That's what it is. Animal Behavior College. They're putting all these people out on the street that are food trainers. It's just selling nonsense. If you're training, listen, if you're training your fucking dog that you're having problems with food, and even if the dog is calm, as you bring that food down, it excites the mind of the dog. And then later, you know, you're eating, the dog's looking at you, drooling, and in a catatonic state, you're eating a sandwich. If you move the sandwich, the dog doesn't look at you, it looks at the sandwich. Gee, I wonder why. The same type of people that are into this food training, they'll, you know, have the dog up on the bed like, oh, okay, great. Yeah. The person that called me today, the dog in Manhattan, I guarantee you that dog sleeps in the bed. That dog, she was describing a dog where the status is so confused in the dog's a mess. The only way that dog could be better is by doing a board and train. You have to get that dog away from the freak to get it normal. But it has been a long time that I've trained a dog where you get it away from the freak, because I just won't work with anybody that's obviously a freak. And then the dog's going back in. You told the owner you were having problems with your dog because you let it up on the couch and sleep in the bed, and then they're still allowing the dog to do it. You can't tell some people. You can't. They're going to do it anyway. They can't control it. They're addicted to the oxytocin that they get when they pet the dog. And then the dog also produces oxytocin when it's getting petted. You just condition the dog to be a mess. This society is so screwed up. Wake up, don't bother people, and try being realistic. You give the dog, I love it. I gave that dog everything. Yeah, while you're taking it to the animal shelter. You gave it everything but what it needed, and what it needed was training and discipline. Love is not enough for the dog. It's not. This is much different than how he was doing it before. He would do it real excited, and that's not good, because when you're doing that with your dog, you're giving retrieves to your dog, and the dog's excited before it goes on the retrieve. You're conditioning that excitement into the dog. So if he's sitting here, Bear, sit, and then I go place it, and he's calm, and then he goes on the retrieve. He can be excited during the retrieve, but then he needs to come back and spin into heel and deliver it to my hand. If you're letting the dog go on retrieves when it's super excited, you're not making it calm before the retrieve. You're just conditioning your dog to be excited. Bear, sit. Bear! Pretty good, dude. Nice job. Good boy. Bear! Heel. Watch this.
No,
Notice, see
heel.
how he's not at heel, but I make him spin into heel the right way?
Nice.
It's very important. In this video, I put this clip in here because he does screw up sometimes. And I need everybody to know that's
Hold.
watching this that, like, dog training, it doesn't always go
Good.
real smooth.
Good,
That's a
drop.
pretty good retrieve.
Good. Sit.
Now we probably should have stopped there, but we're doing a few
Bear,
few
hold.
more,
No,
and he
hold.
starts messing up. But it's no big deal.
Good
We make sure
boy.
that he's compliant,
Now get
and
a
I
heel.
need this
Get a
dog to
proper
know that
heel.
I'm more
Proper
persistent.
heel.
Now I need him to
Sit.
get it heel,
Yes.
a proper heel.
Good
There you
boy.
go.
That's good boy.
It's
That
about
is
muscle
very
memory. You
good.
got to make sure that the
Try
dog's
one
doing
more
it right.
time
Notice
for
how
me,
I gave him
Leo.
positive
Sit.
reinforcements only when he got it a proper heel.
Hold.
Now watch what he does here. He gives me a refusal, right?
No, you missed it, dude. Bear. No,
That's
go get
not
it.
that's
Hold.
not the game.
Hold.
We're not playing that
No,
game,
Bear,
and
hold.
I'm not going to give him any type of anything that's positive until he does it right.
Is
We're
it
still
broke or
getting a
something? Go
refusal.
get it. Hold.
Let's see if he gets it.
There
He's
you
got it
go.
now. Let's see if he spins
Come on,
into
here.
heel.
Heel.
Not perfect, but he did
No,
pretty
good
good.
boy.
He went a
Bear,
little
hold.
bit too far
Good job.
behind.
That's pretty
We're
good.
working on all that. This was a couple days ago anyway. He's doing great. So I'm going to send him on a retrieve again.
Bear, hold.
See how he's screwing with me? That's that Aussie Shepherd in this
Heel.
dog. Now see how far back he went? We don't really want that, but
Good.
we can tighten this
One
up
more
as we
time. One more
go.
time. You're doing good,
But it's
buddy.
important that we're going to try and end on a high note. Don't end
Bear,
on a
hold.
bad note. It doesn't go perfect. Don't worry about it.
Heel.
Just keep going
No,
until you
heel.
get something that's pretty
You
good
got it. You
before
got
you
it.
quit.
There
He
you
dropped
go.
it, but he
Little
picked
bit
it
in.
back up. That's
Come
good.
on,
That's
like that. Come around
positive.
here.
Nice, not a
Around here.
perfect
Sit.
heel.
Hold.
There you go. There it gets in
Don't be
position.
sloppy
That's
mouth
good.
like that. Hold.
Kind of telling him, we don't need the sloppy mouth.
Drop. That's
Scratch
good.
him on his head. We're going to throw him another retrieve. See how he does this time.
Bear, hold. No, bear, hold.
Now he's
No,
giving me a little
bear, hold.
refusal. No big deal.
Heel.
He just started doing this.
Hold.
Does a real nice
Boy,
follow-up.
bear,
Did you
hold.
see that?
Show him one more
That's
time.
what
Let's
I'm
go.
looking
Get
for.
ready.
That's what I was looking for. That was real good. I'm throwing it one more time. No
Bear,
kidding.
hold.
All right, let's see if he gets this one. Less resistance. He's going to get it. Let's see how he follows through.
Heel.
Not bad. Good job, Bear. Good job. That is
Good,
very
good, good.
nice.